Hello, this is Mark here at Gary's Guitars, and I'm here to tell you that I suck at selling guitars. And here is Exhibit A. So this goes back to a bit of trolling I got. Usually the trolls I get here on YouTube like to tell me that I'm fat, or they like to say they don't like my voice or my teeth. But this particular troll, it was on this thing called thegearpage.net, and it was someone who'd seen my video about reverb and how people leave guitars on reverb for years, and that's part of what, with no intention of selling them, and that's what mucks up the waters. And so he went through my videos, which is good. I get monetization, so I get a little kickback there. But this person went through, and I say he because I think it's a he. We can assume. Went through my videos and found a few guitars that had been in the store for some time. I said, well, this guy doesn't know how to sell guitars. Here's the proof. And so I'd like to speak about that, because this was one of the examples that they'd said in this video. So this is a guitar, this is the Dreamcaster from Charles Fox. Charles Fox is a luthier of note, but he's mostly known for making acoustic guitars. Google it. His acoustic guitars are, sought after all over the world. And not only is he a guitar maker who made a big impact, but his impact is in that he taught guitar making. And he taught guitar making in a time when there was no Stu Mac, when you had to make your own tools to do the job, and you had to invent your own ways to repair instruments and make instruments. And so he was an innovator. He was a teacher. And he actually he launched a million, ships. He taught people who taught people. As a matter of fact, this here is a picture of Chris Kern, and he's my guitar mentor, and he learned from Charles Fox. And Chris has been gone for some time, but his words still echo in my head, and some of that was, what he learned on the way, and some of it is what he learned from people like Charles Fox. And so, this guitar is special. And also, the luthier who works for us now also studied with Charles Fox in the 80s. And in the case of this guitar that was made by Charles Fox, it was bought by a woman whose husband studied with Charles Fox, and she gave it to him as a wedding gift. And he kept it his entire life, and then one day, a year ago or so, she came in with a bunch of guitars. He'd passed away. And he actually was a violin maker in his trade, in the rest of his life, but loved guitar and so 3 or 4 of them were just projects he never finished. And then his student guitar was one of them, and this was one of them. And she asked us to sell them for her, and she kind of got them out of her life by leaving them here. They're consigned, meaning that she still owns the guitars, and when they sell, we pay for them. It's a consignment deal. But a lot of times when someone passes away, you just want something, you don't want to be haunted by their ghost, their literal ghost around the house. So this is a unique and special guitar. It shouldn't sell to just anyone and won't sell to just anyone. Its price tag is $4,500. So the person who buys this guitar is going to know who Charles Fox is, or at least find out quickly. They're going to fall in love with its space age look, phenolic fingerboard, fretboard. It is of the 80s, obviously, but it's not what most 80s pointy guitar people want, because he was an acoustic guitar maker. So it's not like the Japanese pointy guitars. It's a very unique pointy guitar. So it's not going to sell to someone. I'm not going to part it out. I'm not going to fire sale it. I'm not going to just return it to his widow and say, no one wants it, take it back. You figure out what to do with it. Because like I was saying, some people, they once something leaves the house, they don't want to take it back in. So we're going to find a home for this guitar eventually, and it's going to be with someone. And this guitar has a story. It has a love story. It was a wedding gift, It has a story about, it tells about Charles Fox, and I actually had to search him out to talk to him about this guitar. I sent some email, I found his email, I sent some emails, and eventually had a phone conversation with him. He's lovely. Also, I ran into Jonathan Lee from Walden Guitars, and he studied with Charles Fox and worked with him. He's a mentor to him. Now lives in Oregon, and he visits him from time to time. He's still alive. He's well into his 80s, and he's sharp. I talked to him on the phone, and you know, I bet he's still making guitars. He's definitely still teaching. Definitely still spreading knowledge and wisdom. So, if this is a testament to the fact that I can't sell guitars, then let it be. This is a guitar that I'm not going to part out and sell. I'm not going to just throw it on an auction, unless that's what the owner wants. But I don't think that's what this guitar deserves. It deserves to find a home with someone who understands it, who loves it, who picks it up and loves it. We had a couple people come into the store. One person came in, went right for it, pointed at it, and said, I have the templates to make that guitar, but I've never seen one, and I want to. Do you mind if I play it? Another person came in and recognized it right away, and of course you need the money to buy this, and it represents an investment that was made in the 80s by the owner, and therefore also we're not going to just sell it for $1,000 and get it out the door, because she paid quite a bit of money for it. It's worth it. It's special, it's unique, it has a story. And now I'm part of the story, because it is proof that I don't know how to sell guitars. So that's all right with me, because this business, especially being a brick and mortar store, this business isn't just about flipping things. I'm not a guitar flipper. Every guitar that comes in the store gets some kind of loving. You know, it gets a little. They all need setup. They all need a little work. They all need some kind of care. And we are stewards of these instruments, the used guitars and even the new guitars. Everything that comes out of factory is slightly different, and sometimes factory guitars need a little touch up to be, as playable as possible, and we do that as well. So we're here to sell guitars and make money and that kind of thing. Yeah, but it's not our primary mission, and it's not. It is not the only thing. And if you're in a business like this, and if you're trying to make money, then don't sell guitars. Sell something else. If you love guitars, sell guitars. Talk about guitars. Learn about guitars. Experience guitars. Let it be part of your journey. So now, this guitar has a little bit of me in it, because it's become part of my life because of the trolling. And don't just go out there, oh, you trolls. I don't respond to trolls usually. So don't think this is your way to get attention. But it's just something that just kind of hit me in a certain way, that this guitar, the kind of emotional connection out of the guitar, reminded me even that I'm not in this business just to sell things. I'm in this business to be a steward of the guitars, to be a storyteller, like here, to share, to love. I love music. I love all musical instruments. I haven't found a musical instrument that I haven't had some fascination for. And that's about it. So, Charles Fox, the Dreamcaster, here at Gary's Guitars. Check out the other videos here on YouTube, and check out Instagram and Facebook, and just find us and say hi, and thanks for watching.